There we go. You should be able to hear me a little bit better now. At least I would hope. And by a little bit better, I mean you'd be able to hear me at all, which is always a nice thing to be able to do. So, hey, I know it's been a few weeks since I popped on here, but I just picked up RedOut, and wanted to give it a shot, and figured I would, you know, stream myself doing that, because, you know, what else am I going to do, right? This probably won't be a super long session. Just gonna play, and then you know, it's New Year's Eve, so I think my friends and I will probably end up doing something. So this might be like 5 or 10 or 15 minutes total. I'm going to do a quick race. You know, see about getting used to the controls. You know, if I remember correctly, I want the music volume down a little bit, just because I enjoyed the sound of the vehicle so much. And I'm gonna go to Imperial because I'm a dirty American. Everything's there, everything's cranked up. I played the demo before and I had the graphics cranked and it ran just fine, so we'll see how that works. So I'll just go back. We'll do a quick race, and ooh, let's do a time attack. I'll do 3 laps just to warm up, and I see. Those are all the DLC tracks. Lovely. Just do Kalima, which is convenient because that's what was in the demo. Although in the demo, all these cars, that was all the Class 2 cars, so I'm probably going to be going a little bit slower. Yeah, that looks like a cool vehicle. Can I do any paint schemes? Nope, just got the basic. Or do I only have one vehicle? How does this start? Let me go back. I have $0 so I'm so confused what that means. Whatever. I guess I don't have to pay to unlock it. I'm not entirely on top of this. My apologies. But yeah, just gonna have at it. And I also apologize if it looks like, you know, a few things get cut off at the top or the bottom of the screen. I have a 1200p display, not a 1080p, so it's entirely possible that some of it gets cut off. And we're just gonna go in cockpit because that's how I roll. Man, I don't care what anyone says. This game is so dang pretty. I also like the, I don't know if you want to call it a gimmick or you know, the added feature of basically needing to use 2 sticks to control. Because you control your strafing and your pitch with the second stick. So like when I go over this and I go down this, it actually helps to pitch my craft up and down to keep me going max speed. Like I'll go through this loop without, see, I drag my nose if I don't pull up, so when I go on the next lap and I pull up, you'll see I go through it smoothly. It adds a little bit of an added dimension there, you know, to make things more, I guess, more exciting, raise that skill ceiling a bit,
new record.
You know, make things I think more entertaining and a little bit more rewarding for you know, being able to pull off better times and stuff. Kind of reminds me a bit, I think this game in general takes a little bit more from things like Wipeout and Jet Moto personally, but it does remind me a good bit of F-Zero in terms of, you know, doing the strafing and stuff, which I don't know if anyone played it even on the SNES, but strafing in that was actually quite a big deal to get around corners and actually, even though it was a SNES game, so it wasn't like you weren't really modulating the gas, the acceleration, whatever. But you know, tapping the buttons, you know, it wasn't just push, go, and turn. You know, there was more to it than that, and seeing that, you know, this game's like that, and even to a greater extent, where I strafe and pitch and everything. That's cool. I'm also totally, by the by, ignoring those Hangouts messages that I'm getting. Actually, from my buddy One Crit Wonder. If you go on Twitch, look him up, One Crit Wonder TV. Go watch his vids. He's messaging me right now. He's working on changing up his room setup for his PC. Because unlike me, he actually uses a webcam, and you can kind of see things and stuff. But I'm totally ignoring him, but I'm also ignoring the turbos so far in this game. I was using them on the first, like on the demo, but I want to kind of play through more of the game. Wow.
New record.
So my fastest lap was 1 minute, 1 second. When I was playing on the demo and you had the Class 2 cars unlocked, because that's just how I think the demo, they kind of wanted to give you a sense of speed a little bit. I think my fastest time was like 52 and a half seconds, something around there, on this course. So it is actually pretty significant, the difference between the Class 1 and the Class 2 vehicles. And I'm sure, I know there's power-ups and stuff as well that will affect this too. So if you give me a quick second, I'm gonna respond to those messages that I'm getting. And then I'll hop into, I guess, the campaign mode, or career, I think is more what it's called. Cool. So let me hop on here. And let's go to continue. Don't want to retry. I just want to start the career mode. I'll go back. Yes, I'd like to exit the current session and career mode.
Congratulations on entering the Solar RedOut Racing League, rookie. Your first ship will be sponsored. You may purchase the others by winning races. Each team has its own strengths and weak spots, so choose carefully. Select your starting ship now.
Cool. All right. What do I want to roll with? I mean, I feel like this is like the basic, you know, all-rounder, maybe. What's the one that I was playing with that I liked a lot? Oh, can't get that guy, obviously. This one was kind of fun. That one was definitely a lot of fun. This one was not in the demo, I think. Oh wait, no, it was. But I had this one instead to play with, and that was a good one. I think that was what I set the record on. Might have been in that, possibly. Yeah, this one's more of a solid speed and control, but as you can see, very little energy pool. This is more like you're so darn good you don't need the turbos to keep you going. Ooh. Okay, Neptune DLC gives you a neato burrito ship. Ship, car. I guess they are ships. So, I don't know, hit me with something that maybe I start with this guy. Again, nice all-arounder, probably a good one for a beginner. And I also kind of like the design. It's like understated. This guy's got good control, but man, talk about no acceleration, which I guess, you know, you're gonna need to use that control to keep it going. I don't know if I trust myself enough with that. Yeah, I'll do the all-rounder. Why not? Unlock.
The Vanguard is an amazing all-rounder, featuring good handling and a top-notch sprint.
Yeah, I will unlock it. That's a good one.
You are now ready to race. Select an event from the next event menu. More events will unlock as your pilot level increases. You will gain experience, fame, and money for each race completed.
Alright, well. Start it. Let's do this. Career time. My apologies for my creaky chair. I am just a big guy, but also this chair is old and it's cheap.
3, 2,
Makes lots of noise when I
1,
move.
go.
Ooh, there we go. Does it look like I'm missing some textures or something on the inside of this? In RedOut, you can move your ship sideways, straight, from my understanding. Okay, this is cool. Really good. This is more of a tutorial. Heck, I should have just played this instead of the time trial. Alright, well, let's hit some turbo. Also. Oh, that's not a bad view right there. Or I suppose maybe it was only doing the tutorial because I wasn't strafing to begin with. Oh, nope, okay. It's just throwing it at me. I was definitely pitching up there, so...
New record.
Hitting that wall. Definitely going to get better at not smashing the walls. I'm sure there are ways to do that. You know, maybe I gotta get better at like feathering with throttle and maybe even touching the brakes from time to time. It's possible. I wasn't pitching up and down there. Whoops. That said, I'm going way faster than my previous lap, which makes sense. I mean, you start the lap, you don't have that rolling start. Also, for anyone watching this who wants kind of a reference as to what class of hardware this requires,
Final lap.
I'll tell you, it does not seem to require much. My system is a Core i7-4770K that I purchased back in 2013 when that was the hot new thing. And my video card is a GTX 970. I have 16 gigs of RAM. And while I do have an SSD, it is purely for my OS and applications. I actually store all of my Steam library on my old Western Digital black hard drive, which someday I should replace, but I've had that thing for like 6 years or something, and it's served me well. So, as you can see, I'm getting a solid 60 FPS here, even with OBS running in the background streaming this. Not quite a new record.
Gold medal awarded.
Yay, money. I'm level 2 now. Cool. Continue. Oh, man. Rip. An error occurred. Okay. What was I gonna say? So again, this isn't requiring too much. I'm playing it at 1920 by 1200. I have all graphics settings maxed, and you can see that this is running smooth as silk, even with OBS running in the background. But, you know, OBS is only doing like a 5% hit to my CPU anyway.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. Finally get to race with other characters. It's amazing. So excited. Woo! Talala? Is that how you pronounce that name? I can't really see it too well. Oh crap. Going out with that turbo boost early. Hit the speed booster. Pitch on the up. Pitch on the down. Up, down. And into the wall, as I usually do. Every time I've played this course, every single time I come around this turn so slowly, it is a little bit painful. Also, I'm controlling this using an Xbox 360 controller, and its button mapping makes perfect sense right out of the gate. That said, you know, I'm sure whatever your preferred control scheme will work just fine, although I wouldn't want to play this with like a keyboard and mouse. It's pretty, at least to me, it's pretty crucial that you have sticks to control this. This is definitely, I think I saw a post somewhere of someone asking if it would work with a steering wheel, and I just can't imagine that this is the kind of game that's well suited to that, because while you could use the steering wheel, you would still also need to be able to work your strafe. So like, God, I don't know, like a flight stick, you know, something like that. Like you need like a flight stick with rudder pedals is what you would need. Maybe if you had a joystick that, you know, I have a HOTAS set up.
Finish.
I have that Thrustmaster HOTAS X setup that I use for Elite Dangerous. And while I can't imagine it's going to be
Gold medal awarded.
as nimble as using the controller, it's possible that like you could combine, you could use the joystick for your steering, use the twist of the stick, because it does twist. Pretty sure it twists. Use a twist of a stick for your strafe, and then, you know, the pull up and down to pitch it. And then I'd have the throttle on the other side. Or it's actually has like a rocker switch with 2 buttons I could use. Just use the joystick for turning and boost and stuff. Excuse me. And then the throttle with the strafe, the little rocker switch, and then the up and down buttons to pitch up and down. I don't know, that could work. It'd be an interesting setup. You know, we'll see. Let's continue and move on to the next one. Oh man, I've unlocked power-ups. This was something I didn't get to do in the demo.
You can purchase
So this is new
and
to me.
install power-ups on your ship. Active power-ups need to be manually fired during a race. Passive power-ups give your ship some special traits. You can install 1 active and 1 passive power-up at any given time. You can also spend money to upgrade your power-ups, making them sensibly more effective.
Alright, interesting. I have 12,000. Let's check those passives. Nah, I shouldn't need that. Wait, go back. I'm not done yet. Want to purchase, what do I want? EMP. Energy, protection. Guess we'll go with the EMP blast. Right now, it just freezes their energy pools. It's not fun. Whatever. Seems reasonable. There we go. Let me exit that. Let me go double check what the buttons are for power-ups. Power-up is X. Seems reasonable. No, wait. Power-up is right button. That also is very reasonable. Yes, indubitably. Cool. Go back to career. And we will start that channel deck. Oh, I'm so excited. New track for me, because I played the demo for like the past week, you know, agonizing on my decision over whether to purchase this or not. And now I get to do a new track in Cairo.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go! Alright. Oh god. Oh, this is gonna be... Yep, I'm definitely gonna need to get better at, I don't know, braking or something. I apparently need to beat, I think the time I need to beat is 45 seconds, so that's gonna be a fun one. Oh, I missed the speed boost. Oh man, what am I doing? Oh yeah, when you saw that flash of RedOut there, that means that I wasn't pitching when I should have been. What is this? What is this? Oh, wee. Ooh, that was neat. A jump? Oof. God, I really gotta work on that. Dang it, I missed it again. Oops.
Final lap. New record.
Alright. I can already tell these tracks are going to be going slower. And I'm using the turbos too. Like, how painful is that? I ignored the turbos the first run through. Oh, come on! Oh man, this is bad. I need to beat 45 seconds.
Finish.
Oh, not good. I don't know.
New record.
Let's. Oof. Gold was 45.
Silver medal awarded.
Okay. Okay. Guess I'll just do the race.
Three, 2, 1, go!
Alright. This is gonna be a darn good time. Oh god. God, I feel like this game is so dang pretty. Like, it's not like some sort of ultra realistic graphics. It's just, look, you know, we've engineered this to, you know, like they made it so that it looks good. It just looks good without it being like hyper realistic, or even, I guess, like hyper, I wouldn't call it like hyper detailed maybe. Like when you really look at it, it is mostly pretty simple shapes and stuff, like not like crazy high detailed textures. But it looks so good, and it runs so smooth. Ooh, wow. R.I.P. me. Still in first. Come on, come on, come on. I can already tell there's going to be a lot of depth to figuring out how to be the best at this, you know, how to work.
Finish.
Oh, already done. All right, cool. How to be better at this game,
Gold
which is
medal
good.
Awarded.
I think, you know, the fact that I'm sucking it up right now means that there's a lot of headroom there for me to get better, and that's exciting to me. I can feel, I guess, more accomplished. I mean, God, look at it, dude. I'm just not doing too well, and that's fine, because that means that I can improve, and I get excited about that. I received a message here. Hold on. It's probably my watch telling me that I've been sitting for too long. Let's see. All right. I'm going to do one more race and probably head out. My buddy, who I'm going to be... It's going to be my partner in crime for the evening. Good old New Year's Eve. He just let me know that he was
3, 2,
getting ready.
1, go.
Oh, okay. This is a new one, by the by. It's called Last Man Standing. I'm assuming this means that I just need to finish the race. And I don't have too much in the way of offensive, you know, things. Also, this guy's going fast. Look at that pod racer you're looking on. Pull up. Pitch down. Catch up. I need to remember.
New record.
I wonder if this does the thing.
Eliminated.
Yeah, it does. It does the thing where every lap, whoever's in the back gets eliminated. I'm sure that's a staple among many racing games that have that, but one of the ones that I can think of more recently that had a setup like that is this game called Gas Guzzlers. I think I bought it. Maybe last year or 2 years ago. In one of the sales. It might have even been a Humble Bundle sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I kind of fell in love with that game. Oh god. Get it in control, Rick. Oh man. Oh god. Woo.
Contender eliminated.
And there was a lot of races that were like that. The game was a lot of fun. If you have not played Gas Guzzlers Extreme, I'm assuming it's not that expensive. And it definitely runs on just about anything. And if you like sort of like Destruction Derby-ish kind of racers, you know, racing games that aren't, you know, pretty arcadey, but there's a combat element to it. Kind of like, God, what was the old one now? It was like Death Race or something, like way back in the day. I'm talking like DOS era that I used to play when I was a kid. I actually have it on Steam. I'm kicking myself for not remembering what it's called.
Final lap.
And part of me, part of me gonna kick myself later when I look at it and actually remember. I think it was called Death Race, so something like that. Point being, it was a lot of fun. They did make a new one I forget if I picked up the new one or not. I think I picked up the new one specifically to get the old one. I can't remember 100%. The point being, that was like the first game I can remember like that, you know, like where it was, you know, Mario Kart obviously has its power-ups and its kind of combat element to it, but Death Race was the first one. I'm saying Death Race, not entirely knowing what it's called, but the Death Race was the one that like, it was like really like, okay, I'm shooting missiles and guns and you're blowing people up, you know, kind of thing. And that was a ton of fun. But with that said, I gotta go. I mean, I've been on for a half an hour. That's not a bad little bit of a stream. I'm gonna go enjoy my New Year's Eve. I hope you're enjoying your New Year's Eve too, even if that is just sitting in and watching people play games. That's a good time. I think it's a good time. I've done it many a night. But I'm gonna sign off, and hopefully you find my rambling entertaining, or at least tolerable, and you come back for more. So yeah, have a great night, guys.